Students, we're going to sketch here a segment PQ perpendicular to ST. And when we're sketching, we're just doing it freehand, PQ. Now I'm going to draw a perpendicular segment, which means I'm making a right angle. And I have T. That is a free sketch, a perpendicular segment. I did not add hatch marks. This is not a midpoint. We're just creating a right angle. Now that's a free sketch. Now I'm going to show you how to do a construction using a perpendicular segment. And this means I'm going to get an exact right angle. And this technique is actually more accurate than even using a protractor. So here we have our segment PQ and our external point S. We're going to draw a perpendicular segment. You put your anchor point on that external segment. Say it with me. Say smiley, dimple, dimple. Smiley, dimple, dimple. I'll explain that in a moment. You want to set your compass setting so that the anchor point is on S and your drawing point is just beyond the line. You're going to plant and tilt, and you're sweeping a smiley. One single arc there. You see what I mean by smiley? Now you're going to darken the dimple. Smiley, dimple, dimple. You put your compass on one dimple, and you sweep, tilt, and sweep. You go to the other dimple, tilt, and sweep. And do you see where that point is, where those two arcs intersect? Now you're going to connect them, that point, at that intersecting point. That makes a perfect right angle. Now it's really important you understand you never, ever, ever, ever erase construction compass markings. Never erase them. Construction markings are part of the process. The last one we're going to do here is called an angle bisector. If you were to sketch an angle bisector, sketching QH as an angle bisector of PQR, so we trace PQR, and if we're just sketching, we sweep, we eyeball what looks like the middle, and that is our bisector QH, and we add the hatch marks to represent that it is a bisector. That's a freehand sketch. It implies that the angle is being bisected, but it is not precisely drawn. In order to do this precisely, we must construct. Using a construction, we must have a compass and a straight edge. To construct an angle bisector, you first plant the anchor point on the vertex. It does not matter how wide or how short your compass marking is, as long as it cuts across the angle. I usually go about halfway. Again, do not hold the compass straight up and down. It's a slight tilt, drag motion, sweep. You have 2 points of intersection, actually physically on the angle. You move the compass to one point of intersection, sweep to the other intersection, sweep, and you have these two additional arcs where they cross. That's going to create an exact bisector of the angle. That's going to be our point H. And we have now precisely constructed a bisector of angle PQR. R.